right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking about this dynamic equilibrium. I'll just refresh a little what we had discussed. Remember, we use the dynamic equilibrium when both the reactants and the products are equal. Forward reaction is equal to the backward reaction. Okay. So basically, dynamic equilibrium is a reversible process. You know, both forward and backward reactions are taking place. Okay. Now let's sum this up. Chemical equilibrium is established. Both the reactants and the products are present at all times. Reactants and products, yeah, that was an intermediate stage, right? When product and reactant both. The equilibrium can be approached from either side. You can try approaching it from the forward reaction side as well as from the backward reaction side. Okay, it will make that it is moving forwards and backwards. The concentration of reactants and products remains constant. Okay. Okay. Now about the equilibrium law. What does it state? The equilibrium law tells us that the concentration of all the substances at equilibrium are raised to the power of number of moles they appear in the equation. Okay. Just look at this. What it means. See, this is a chemical equation. Okay. There is A moles of capital A, B moles of capital B, C moles of capital C, and D moles of capital D. Right? So this K is equilibrium constant. Okay. Now, equilibrium law, Kc is defined as the concentration raised to the moles. So C raised to the power C, D is raised to power D. This is the product, and then you divide it by the reactant side. A raised to the power A and B raised to the power B. These are all equilibrium concentrations. So that is why their units are in moles per decimeter cube. Okay. So there are two ways to express them. Okay, this equilibrium constant Kc, it is a constant at a temperature. Okay, if you change the temperature, it will change, but particular temperature it remains constant. Okay, provided the temperature remains constant. Okay, there are two ways to measure. One is the Kc form, which I just showed you, where the equilibrium values are expressed as concentrations. The way to measure is in Kp form. Kp is basically when it is measured in terms of partial pressures. Okay. Partial pressure is an expression where only gaseous molecules will be involved. The pressure is defined for gases only, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an example. Suppose this was your chemical reaction. Okay. We have Fe3 plus and NCS minus aqueous on the reactant side, and Fe and NCS aqueous on the product side. So Kc will be written as, since the moles of each of them is 1, so each of them has been raised to the power 1. Okay? And accordingly the units of Kc has been calculated. It is decimeter cube per mole. You have to calculate the unit. You simply have to put the units in the equation.
Yeah.
You can accordingly cut whatever is getting subtracted and in the unit, right? In case the unit is decimeter cube per mole. Now we will let's look at this. This value of Kc is actually affected by only a change of temperature. Okay.
Yeah.
It is not affected by if you change the concentration of reactants or products, you change the pressure, or you add a catalyst. In these cases, the value of Kc will not be changed. Only it gets affected by a change of temperature. So basically what happens if you change any of these values, further how the value of Kc does not get affected. Accordingly how this reaction balances itself. Okay. Let us look at some of the examples based on this equilibrium constant. Okay. This was the equilibrium law. This we saw. Calculations where you have to calculate Kc. Okay. First thing that you have to balance the equation in case it is not balanced. Okay. Then after balancing the equations, you will get to know the number of moles of each species at equilibrium, right?
Yeah.
Once you know the number of moles, you know it is a concentration. So you divide the moles by volume. to get the equilibrium concentration in mole per decimeter cube. This was the volume of the complete mixture at equilibrium, right? If no volume is quoted, you can use a V, which will, eventually cancel out because we will be in all the terms, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
From the equation constructed in the first step, you can write an expression for Kc and then substitute the values to calculate the value. Okay?
Okay.
An example. What is that 1 mole of ethanoic acid is reacting with 1 mole of ethanol and it is giving you the products, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The question says when equilibrium is reached, it is found that 2/3 of the acid has reacted. This is the acid, ethanoic acid, 2/3 moles of this acid has actually reacted. So we do it initially. We had 1 mole of ethanoic acid and 1 mole of ethanol, okay?
Okay.
On the product side, it was 0, 0. Correct? Equal to 0, only reactants are present. So that is why on the product side, it is given 0, 0. Okay?
Okay.
Now, 2/3 of the moles have reacted. What I just did? At equilibrium, 1 minus 2/3. This is 1 minus 2/3. Of course, 2/3 of the moles are of this and 2/3 of the moles are formed of water. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Initial moles of CH3COH, that is ethanoic acid, is 1. Mole reacted is 2/3. So at equilibrium, 1 minus 2 by 3, that is moles of ethanoic acid is 1/3. This becomes 1/3, right? And you have to add moles of acetate and 2 moles of water. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I have to write the next is to divide by volume of the mixture. Okay, so 1/3 by V, 1/3 by V, 2/3 by V, 2/3 by V. Okay, and we finally write the expression. I know the expression would be with acetate raised to the power 1, water raised to the power 1, acid raised to the power 1, and ethanol raised to the power 1. Okay, this expression is clear. Now we'll substitute the values. Okay, so this was
why power 1?
because now see, only 1 moles are, this is a balanced equation, right?
Yeah.
And the coefficients of all the acids and acetates are 1, right? Remember, I was supposed to look at this. I am supposed to raise to this coefficients, right? These moles. C to the power small c, right?
Okay.
We'll show you this example. Just sure. Can you see this? It's raised to the power 1 because there is only 1 mole, right? This is a 1, this is also 1. All of them are to the power 1. In case it would have been like, Fe3 plus 2 times NCS minus, give 3 times this, then this would have raised to power 3 and NCS minus would have been raised to the power 2.
Yeah.
We'll see one of the examples of that kind as well. So it raised to the power 1 because 1 mole of each is reacting. The coefficients of each of the chemical compounds is 1. So we just substitute the values 2 by 3 V, 2 V, divided by 1 by 3 V into 1 by 3 V. Further calculations gives us the value of Kc equal to 4. Okay? Example. Now in this case, see, this is the balance equation. We have P plus 2 Q. This is R plus S. Okay. So initially there is 1 mole of P and 1 mole of Q. It is all given in the question. 1 mole of P and 1 mole of Q are mixed. On them, what do this? 0.6 moles of P are present. So at them 0.6 P is present. See, if 0.6 P is present, then how much of P has reacted? 0.4. So you get this, right?
Yeah.
Because 1 is 0.4 is actually equal to 0.6, right? So that is why I am saying 0.4 moles of P has reacted. Now, since 1 mole of this was present and 1 mole of this, if 0.4 P has reacted, then this ratio 1 is to 2, right? Because there's 1 P and 2 Qs.
Okay.
If I say since P is to Q is actually equal to 1 is to 2. So I will say that, you know, if 4 moles of P is reacting, then Q will be 0.4 times 2, that is equal to 0.8 moles of Q
Okay.
is reacting. Get this?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is saying here that it is 2 into 0.4 reacted. So if 2 into 0.4 reacted 0.8, and what is remaining is 1 minus 0.8. So that is 0.2. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ratio of P is to R is 1 is to 1. So 0.4 P is reacting, 0.4 R will be getting formed. Whatever is getting out of P is actually forming the product side. Let's just go back. 2/3 were reacting, so we were getting 2/3 moles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the 0.4 is reacting, and the ratio of P to R is 1 is to 1. I get 0.4 R. The ratio of P and S is 1 is to 1, so I get 0.4 S. Okay?
Yeah.
So to write the equation for Kc, then I will actually write it down. So Kc will actually be equal to, okay, I have to divide it by volumes also. So wait, I'll actually write it 0.6 by capital V become 0.2 divided capital V, and I'll have 0.4 divided by V, 0.4 divided by V. Get it?
Yeah.
So now my expression for Kc will become 0.4 divided by V, 0.4 divided by V, and this whole will actually be divided by what I have is 0.2
Yeah.
V. Now this is supposed to be raised to the power 2, right? Can you get this?
No.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Look at this explanation first. Then, if 0.6 of mole P remaining, 0.4 moles of P reacting. Okay. Can these are values 0.6, 0.2, 0.4, 0.4? Is this clear?
Yeah.
Now you know we have to divide by capital V.
Yeah.
Is clear? Okay. So, okay. Then we'll actually have to just write the expression for Kc. Now first I will write the general expression for Kc. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Kc actually equal to your R, which is raised to the power 1, right? Because there is only 1 there. Then I have S raised to the power 1. This is divided by P raised to the power 1, and I have Q, which is raised to the power 2. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Understand this?
Yeah.
You need this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this clear, right? Okay, all I have to do is substitute the values. So I know the values of each of them. Just substitute. R is what? from here, R is 0.4 upon V. I'll just substitute the value of R here. That is 4 by V. This is getting multiplied by value of S, that is 0.4 by V. Okay?
Yeah.
This is one big expression, so I will keep it in one single box, braces, sorry. And then divide it completely by P. P is again raised to the power 1 only, so it is 0.6 by V and multiplied by I have 0.2 divided by V, but this has been raised to the power 2.
Yeah.
So if I calculate this, what I get V, for calculations will give me what? 0.4, 0.4, 0.6, 0.2 raised to the power 2. I'll just calculate this to get the answer. It will be around 4.4 divided by 0.6 divided by 0.2. So this ought to be 6.66.
Okay.
And there is one V already left. So this V will go times V. The V will then be given in the equation. Okay? Itself. So you don't have to worry. I just want you to look at this so that you know how you actually have to calculate the value of Kc. Okay, so is this clear?